Decepticons, attack!
Hey everyone, Soundwave here. Today we're going to be taking a look at probably one of my most highly anticipated figures of 2025, the Transformers Studio Series Voyager class Transformers 1 Sentinel Prime.
Sentinel is no prime.
Yeah, I get it, but only a Prime could be as badass as Sentinel was in Transformers 1. So, as we take a quick look at the packaging, we have a new style of packaging for 2025, and this is going to be on all Studio Series figures going forward, so that'll be cool to see. And I like how they brought back the clear plastic windows. It'll prevent people from reaching into the box and stealing any accessories. I know there's some people out there who will do it. Yeah, but right in front we have a nice epic image of Sentinel Prime in his robot mode, in his jet mode. Studio Series Transformers 1, great movie by the way. Please go watch it. Sentinel Prime, Hasbro, big Transformers logo on the bottom here. On the top, Transformers 1, Sentinel Prime. On the bottom, got basic product details and a barcode. One of the only things that hasn't changed from Studio Series boxes. On the side of the box, we have just Sentinel Prime's shoulder, and on the other side of the box, we have a lovely image of Sentinel Prime. Sentinel Prime, Transformers, Studio Series Transformers 1. And on the back of the box, we have a nice image of Sentinel there from the movie in his robot mode, in his jet mode. We'll talk more about that later. Sentinel Prime is a leader of Iacon City and fights to save Cybertron from the Quintessons. Apparently the guy who wrote that bio was also lied to by Sentinel. Anyway, that's it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have Sentinel Prime in his jet mode. And words cannot describe how badly I wanted this figure. Oh my gosh, and words cannot describe how much I loved Sentinel in that movie. He was just a fantastically written villain in Transformers 1. And I want to give a huge shout out to jmun5884 on eBay for allowing me with this perfect opportunity to get him in hand early. So let's take a quick look at the details. Got some nice metallic gold there for the cockpit windscreen. Got nice looking afterburners right there on the back. Love the metallic blue stripes on his wings, as well as the gunmetal gray for the cannons there. That's nice. Fins right there. Yeah. There's the top of the jet. There is the bottom of the jet. Yep. Yeah, he does have a lot of kibble peeking out from the underside, but yeah, what can you do? It's a Cybertronian jet, so it doesn't have to look all nice and clean. The engines, unfortunately, are not blast effect compatible, and I do believe that these are not blast effect compatible, but we are going to test that out. Oh, hey, look at that. I guess they are blast effect compatible. That's nice. Yeah. So there you have that. For size comparisons, we got some good size comparisons to go through. So here he is with Transformers 1 Optimus Prime. Here he is with Transformers 1 Megatron. Here he is with his backstabbing Bayverse counterpart, the Dark of the Moon Sentinel Prime. And I always have to bring out 86 Prime for a size comparison, so here he is with 86 Prime. And you do know I was gonna make this comparison. He's a Jetformer, so I have to make this comparison. Here he is with Siege Jetfire. As far as accessories go, you do get two null ray looking blasters, just done in a molded gray plastic, and you do get an energy shield, which looks very similar to the shield that he had in Dark of the Moon. And how all this stores on the jet mode is you have this slot, which will connect onto a tab right here on the back. And then you have these two little tabs right here, which will go into slots right there on the side of the jet mode there. And that's how all of that works. So that is basically it for the jet mode. So let's get this Prime transformed into his sleek looking robot mode. Turning to Sentinel Prime's transformation, I'm gonna say, like, use caution when doing the transformation for this guy, because there are some very thin pieces on him. So to start off with, we're gonna take his weapons, we're gonna remove them, set them off to the side here. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna take these afterburners here and just carefully untab them from the wings. Then we're gonna fold down these back fins here. Let's get the camera to focus. Then we're just gonna want to carefully just pry these sections, pry the wings up like so, and that'll just free them up. And then we're just gonna take this section and just crack it like an egg, like so. Then what are we gonna do next? Let's get these sections in place. So you're gonna want to carefully untap all of this and swing it up. And this is what I'm talking about here. That is a super thin piece of plastic, so use caution when moving it. And it should just snap into place like so. Do the same for the other side. Remember, just be careful with it. Just use caution, and that should snap in like so. And that, there you go. You have the torso done. Then you're gonna come to the back. Swing all this up on this double hinge, and it should all collapse against the back like so, like that. You want to take the nose cone section. There's a tab slot connection right there, so you're just going to want to fold all of this back, and the nose cone will just tab in and solidify all of this in place. Then you're going to want to untab this section, shimmy it up, and it should clip in like so. I'm going to do the same for the other side. There we go, and there you go. There you have his wings all done. There you go. There you go. Now you got the wings done. And then I would suggest to, like, fold them back, just because, like, to give them some more flair and to make everything else a lot easier. So you're going to take the gauntlet, slide it up, reveal the hand, slide it up, reveal the hand, take the head, rotate it around to reveal his face. There we go. Then you're just going to want to take the feet, fold them out, take the engines, fold them in, like so. And then the last thing you're going to want to do is split the legs. And there we go. There we have Sentinel Prime in robot mode. And very faithful to his on-screen appearance in Transformers 1. I do quite like him. So let's get a closer look on that face sculpt right there. Very nice face sculpt there with silver for the face, nice blue there for the eyes, nice silver there for the head crest, some gold there for the cheeks. Yeah, I am, however, not really a fan of the yellow plastic that they went with for the wings. Now, I do appreciate that they didn't cast this out of the brittle gold plastic, because that would have been a nightmare. But I wish that they would have at least taken the time to paint these sections in this metallic gold color, like you see here for the knees and for the chest plate. Yeah, but he is not too bad. The back, pretty clean transformation. And he actually transforms pretty nicely. Like, both modes actually look pretty clean, despite him not transforming at all in the movie. And as far as articulation goes, the head is on a swivel, so it will look left to right. It will do a full 360, of course, for the sake of the transformation. Can't really look down, but he can look up a bit. Yeah. The arms are on ball joints at the shoulders, so they can't really do a full 360 because of the wings in the way, but they can move in and out. Got bicep rotation, 90 degrees of bend at the elbow, nothing at the wrist, which I don't see why they couldn't have put anything at the wrists. I'm sure they could have, like, found a way to sneak in, like, a mushroom peg in there or something. Yeah, he does have waist rotation The legs can move forward that far, back, not very far. Outward, you can do full splits. Yeah. Okay. Now, now that you have seen that happen, I guess I should take the time to address this. These arms do not really hold in super securely. They hold in fairly well on my copy, but they might not hold in for you. So my recommendation is to grab him by the torso before posting the arms, just to keep all that in place. He does have thigh rotation, 90 degrees of bend at the knee. Toe can't really move up, but it can move down, and you do get a pivot. So there you go. Moving on back to his accessories, you can take the shield and using the I just knocked him over. Sorry there, buddy. All right, so you take so the Nolries have these 5mm ports on him, and you just take. I am very clumsy today. So you want to take the ports and just plug them into the shield there, and that same slot that we utilized in jet mode will tab into a tab on Sentinel's gauntlet there. So there you have that. But that is not all we can arm this guy with, because he does have his battle mode that he had in the movie. And the way you do that is, well, let me show you. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take the afterburners and fold them out, just as if you were going back into jet mode. There we go. Just fold that. Yep, fold. Yep, and then you just have that. And take this section panel right here, fold it out. Take the guns, fold it out, close it back up. Do the same here for this leg. And then we're going to take the gauntlets and slide them out like if you're going into jet mode. And slide them out. And I like to take the shield and plug it onto this arm, because I just think it looks cool. Yep, so just plug that on right there, like so. Then you're going to want to open this section up, flip out the shoulder cannons, and they are pegged on ball joints, so just be careful not to lose them. There you go. Then you're going to want to take the chest, again, grab them by the torso so you don't disengage those arms. You want to take these chest sections here and flare them out. And then the last thing you're going to want to do is give him the battle mask. Now, like many people, when this figure was revealed, I thought that this section would hinge down and reveal Megatronus's T-Cog like it did in the movie, but no, it just holds. It's just how you engage the battle mask. So you're just gonna want to flip it down, get your thumb in there, fold up the battle mask, and flip that back up, and there we have Sentinel Prime in battle mode. And he looks sick. I just cannot. And you can even flare his wings out just to make him look even more intimidating. And I would love to display him this way, but here's the thing: this is all he has to stand on, so he's not super stable in this mode. So I would love to display him this way, but he's not super stable. So I think I'll just end up having him displayed in his alt mode like I have with all my other guys up there on my shelf. Yeah, but man, this is such a sick figure, bro. I cannot stop glazing this figure. He's just such an amazing figure of such an amazing character. Alright, now for some size comparisons. Here he is with Transformers 1 Optimus Prime and with Transformers 1 Megatron, and these three just look so good together. I am definitely going to have all three of these guys displayed side by side. Well, once I get my hands on the upgrade kits for Optimus, and Megatron, these guys are going to look so awesome displayed side by side together. And again, just because like I always have to do this comparison, so I'm just going to bring him out. Here he is with 86 Prime. And 86 Prime just towers over Sentinel. Here he is with his backstabbing Bayverse counterpart, the Dark of the Moon Sentinel. And I find it hilarious how this Sentinel came with his sword and not his shield, and then this Sentinel comes with his shield and not his sword. I know there's a DNA kit that gives him the shield and the rust cannon, but but that kit is also for Blackout and Bumblebee, and I don't have Blackout and Bumblebee, so I'm not going to get that kit because then I'd have all these useless parts that I'd have no idea what to do with. And knowing how DNA Designs thinks, I see it as only a matter of time before they come out with an upgrade kit for this guy that gives him the sword along with some other cool perks. And because he's a Jetformer, I have to bring this guy out. Here he is with Jetfire. Jetfire's the king. He towers over him. Now to get Sentinel Prime back in his jet mode, we're going to take the shield and remove it. There we go, just set that off to the side. Going to extend the gauntlets, like so. Take his head, rotate it around, like so. Just make sure it's nice and straight. Take these wing sections, just carefully untab them and move them down, and they should just clip into place like so. There we go. Do the same for this wing. Just plug it in. There we go. Take the nose cone, untab it, and it should just clip in right over his head like so. Take the legs, just tab them together. Take the afterburners and fold them out. Take the feet, fold them down. There we go. Now you have the legs all ready to go. We're already over halfway done with this guy. So we're going to come back to that double hinge that we looked at in the robot mode transformation, and we're just going to carefully move it down. It does require a bit of force to work with. And there is 2 clips in his butt that will clip into this slot right here. So you're going to want to make sure that his torso is nice and straight. Otherwise, it won't line up and plug in as neatly as it did just then. Right. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to fold the arms down, get them out of the way. And then we're just going to move stuff out of the way so we can take this section right here and just clip in. There we go. And adjust the camera so I have some room to work with here. And we're going to take the wing sections right here, and they will tab it in at 2 separate points. Tab slot connection right there, tab slot connection right here. And they will just clip in like so. And make sure that those legs are nice and compressed, otherwise things won't line up. There we go. Now we'll just tab in like so. Then again, you want to be careful with these because of that thin beam right there. So you're just going to carefully unclip this and slide it down. And that should just peg in right there. And then you can just take the arm right here and just fiddle with it, and then it should tab in like so. Then you can do the same with the other arm. Remember, use caution. I'm gonna just carefully plug it in. Just make sure it pegs in like so. May have to fiddle with it a bit, but it should clip in. Hold on a second. Oh, got it clipped in. So then once you have it clipped in, you can just take the arm and just tab it in right in there. Oh my gosh, this is kind of scary to do. Oh man, I don't want to break this guy. But you do have to use a little bit of force to get that sitting nice and secure. There we go. And then just take the fins, fold them up, take the cannons, plug them back in like so, and then take the shield and just plug it in on top. And there we go. There we have Sentinel Prime back in jet mode. One gripe I have about the new style of packaging is it does not come with the backdrop. They're not doing backdrops anymore, which kind of stinks. So we're not going to be taking a look at any backdrop. But that was my review of the Transformers 1 Sentinel Prime. Definitely way better and way more worth it than the crappy mainline deluxe Sentinel that we got back when the movie was being promoted. Yeah, he's just such a blast to mess with. Even though you have to use caution with some things, he's just such a blast to mess with and pose and play with. Yeah, so overall, I give this figure a 10 out of 10. He's just amazing for any Transformers collection, especially if you loved Transformers 1 like I did. So that was Transformers 1 Sentinel Prime. Don't forget to check out my other videos, and I will see you in the next one.